As it turned out, Britain wanted something totally different from Australia.
Well, I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside. I ain't gonna study war no more.
It came from a group from Melbourne, with its roots not in underground rock, but wholesome, hearty folk. The Seekers set out on their trip of a lifetime playing their own way on a P&O cruise ship. They had no idea what they were in for.
We arrived there for the sound check, and there's a chalkboard out the front that said, "Tonight, the Seekers by pubic demand." They get rid of the bingo call, and we're waiting behind the curtains, I think. and this fella comes on in front of the curtains and says, "It has come to my attention, certain of our members have been seen relieving themselves against the west wall of this club. It's bloody disgusting and has got to stop, ladies and gentlemen, the Seekers."
When first we left old England shore, such yarns as we were told.
Regular bookings did come on variety shows, and then the classic lucky break.
Turn it up a bit.
And I'll be there
Well,
someday.
sounds good, I like it.
Yeah, not bad.
Morning, can I speak to Judith
I'll
Durham?
take it home over the weekend.
Oh, well, Judith, Athol, I want you to hear a song that's been written for us by Tom Springfield. Okay?
Folk singer Dusty Springfield caught their act and mentioned it to her brother, songwriter Tom.
He had a very good feel for what the group should do because our music was coming in completely from left of field. Very simple song with a melody and acoustic instruments. You know, we were very innocent in our approach.
There is always someone for each of us, they say, and you'll be my someone forever and a day. I could search the whole world over until my life is through, but I know I'll never find another you. It's a long, long journey, so stay by my side.
With I'll Never Find Another You, the Seekers had a song and a writer that matched their wholesome image.
The dawn is waking, and my tears are falling rain, for the carnival is over.
It was perfect for the taste of the all-powerful medium of British television.
We, as a group, were a product of our environment in Australia. When we arrived, we dressed in a certain way. We were just ourselves. And in comparison to English rhythm and blues bands like the Yardbirds, of course, we were radical. But I think that's what set us apart.
For the Easy Beats, the London Carnival was over.
We were in a rut trying to get through the media filter, you know, like the people that say what's good and what's bad, which was the BBC at the time. So we started writing all sorts of shit to try and appeal. We were losing our way something dreadfully, you know. Here was this sort of once vibrant sort of rocky band, you know. All of a sudden we were writing things that Engelbert Humperdinck could have sung.
They came home like all conquering heroes in 1967. But in Britain, Harry Vanda and George Young would have to wait 10 years before they could repeat the success of Friday on My Mind.
We'll build a world of our own that no one else can share. All our sorrows will be far behind us there.
Unlike the Easy Beats, the BBC was infatuated by the Seekers. In living rooms right across Britain, feet were tapping. They had their own TV show, a string of sing-along hit tunes and a Royal Command performance. They were outselling the Beatles and the Rolling Stones.
It really was a turning point for Australia generally. We were actually headlines of the main tabloids of Fleet Street, Australian group, hits #1, you know.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we were seen as ambassadors for Australia, and being introduced to, you know, prime ministers and things. From then on, it was a whole different ballgame. And in fact, we've met people who emigrated to Australia because they'd seen us. They've come and talked to us, and really, you know.
Despite the efforts of many British-born migrants to make a mark on their country of birth, it was a band of unknown Australians that had conquered the capital of pop's empire. In March 1967, Seeker Mania arrived in Australia, sealed with Britain's stamp of approval. 200,000 people came to see the Seekers sing their international hit Georgie Girl at the Myer Music Bowl, the largest crowd ever for a pop concert in the Southern Hemisphere. Was this the end for Australian rock?